What's up, you guys? I'm here with an update, like an overall update on my progress with Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, along with just some more stuff I've learned, some what we're going to now call juicy nugs of information. That's what I want to call them. I don't know what to tell you. But before we get into the whole video, like usual, I just want to thank everybody for all the new subscribers, the comments. I'll rant probably at the end of this video about some stuff like that, but just take a second if you haven't already to just like my video, subscribe if you haven't, and that helps me out, helps the algorithm know that I don't suck. So let's get into this. Yesterday, you guys, I thought I did it. I thought I accomplished the world, and I thought that I got my first $100 profit day. I was like, what? I was so stoked. I told my wife, I was like, oh man, I got a $100 profit day. My first day doing that. And my first sale was February 1st. And yesterday was the 23rd. So, I mean, not that long. And I already had a $100 day, like in profit. Crazy. But she was like, oh man, that's awesome. And then I started to doubt myself. And I was like, oh man, this sounds too good to be true. So I went and checked my spreadsheet. And turns out I didn't get a $100 day at all. I actually only had like a $60 day. So that was upsetting. I've got a random person saying that they've sent me a check. So that's cool. If that goes through, depending on what they bought, might have been close to a $100 day. But good news on all of that note is that it's only 11 a.m. today on the 24th. And I've already made $76 in profit today. So 2 sales. That's really good, I feel like. So today could actually be my first $100 day. So some little nugs that I want to go over that I think is, pretty sweet is that, I've complained about this before. Everybody's always like, I have this much in sales. It's like, okay, but what's your profit? Because I don't care about your sales. I care about what your profit is because that's what you get to take home. So I'm just going over my actual current numbers right now from the beginning of when I started to now. So as of this moment, I have sold $2,458 worth of stuff. Now that number also includes that is like what the official payout minus the fee, like or sometimes that's even with the Facebook fee because I just use the total payout for the spreadsheet that I have. So the actual is a little bit less than that because the fee isn't crap. But my total profit so far since day one is $352.94. So like $350 profit so far. And my first sale was on the 1st, and I think I posted I just started posting maybe a week before that, maybe not even a week before that. So we're looking at 4 weeks. And so far I've made $352. So that's a realistic what I've done, and I don't always list 10 to 15 items a day. Almost none of those have come from messaging people. So my personal history so far, yesterday I did make a sale from somebody who was asking me questions on a product, but that's only the second time I've ever done that. So I'm looking at my spreadsheet, I think I have 24 sales total. 24. And 2 of them are actually the same sale, but Facebook, it doesn't let them select more than one of the same item, so they had to do 2 transactions. But that's where I'm at, 24 sales, $350 profit total. Right now I'm using 2 credit cards because I've switched a credit card to an Apple card. But so I'm trying to figure that out. Things that I'm looking into currently that I'll update you on once I have all the answers are I am experimenting with getting tax exemptions for like Walmart, Amazon, eBay. By the way, if I haven't covered that yet, so far those are the 3 suppliers that I'm using. I'm definitely going to branch out for that, especially now. Remember, if you've seen my other videos, I was planning on, like, my whole point was I was going to get a $160 profit because that's what it costs to start an LLC in my state. I've done that. I have my LLC paperwork. I've got a tax ID number now. And having that allows me to seek out actual suppliers, like wholesalers, so that I can bypass Walmart and Amazon and eBay and all those things. And wholesalers, if you have your tax stuff set up correctly, you don't have to necessarily pay sales tax on those either. And they're a lot easier to get your products without sales tax and all that stuff. So in essence, your profits should go up even more if you can source the right products to sell. Now, with that being said, those numbers I just gave you are without any of that. So yes, I started my LLC, I think a day or 2 ago, but none of that, like today's numbers and stuff don't have any kind of relation to having that because I haven't really done anything with it yet. But I will also look into, now that I am an LLC, I'm getting a business bank account so that these transactions, I'm not getting PayPal payouts from Facebook in me and my wife's personal account, because it's kind of gotten annoying to, like, okay, well, now that I have this payment payout, I gotta go pay the credit card with it, but how much of that was profit? Let me go back and look at whatever this sale was supposed to be, and that number never really matches what Facebook shows you, so you have to really figure it out based off the timing and everything. It's super annoying. So I just want a business bank account to filter all those through so that I can figure out how to actually take profits for myself too. Now that I'm past that LLC point, I mean, I only needed $160 to do that, and now I'm at $352. Like I'm almost doubled that. So I have doubled that. And so now I technically, if I wanted to, I could take out profit for myself. But before I do any of that, I want a business bank account, and I want to start factoring in, okay, well, how much in taxes do I need to pay on income now that I have it set up as a business? And even if you don't have it set up as a business, you still owe taxes on that income. You're going to get a 1099 form from Facebook if you've sold more than $500 or $600 worth of stuff. Typically a 1099 $600, but I hear people say it's $500 for Facebook. Legally, I think it's, I don't know, it doesn't matter. You're going to get one if you've sold over that at all. And I want to be able to, correctly show what I've purchased versus what I've sold, so that my profit is all I get taxed on, not all my purchases. Anyway, I'm going to try to figure all that out, because I don't know if there's been updates in the last 3 years. I want to make sure I know the exact information. I've watched a bunch of videos and researched a bunch already. It's super confusing. If I sell something in Maryland and I live in Kansas, well, I have to pay sales tax in Kansas, but I don't know if I have to pay sales tax in Maryland. I don't know if I have to get a certain number just for that state. I'm trying to figure all that stuff out. I'm sure a lot of people don't even worry about that stuff, but I'm not trying to start a side hustle that I grow and then get screwed over on taxes later because I was too lazy to figure out the information. So I'm going to try to find that info out. When I have legit answers, I'll update you guys. But yeah, I want to figure out tax exemptions. I want to figure out how to do taxes on this properly so that I never have to stress out about it. And I'll probably end up taking something like 70% of my profit out once a month. That's probably what I'm going to do. I don't know yet, but I thought about that this morning. So I just letting you know my thoughts as they come. Okay. So, little update. This is going to be one of those update videos where I just say all sorts of info. So again, juicy nugs of information is coming. Since we're here in the video, let's just acknowledge the fact that if you haven't liked the video, shame on you, because that helps the YouTube algorithm know that I exist, that you guys are actually liking my stuff. So, hey man, just like the video. Thanks very much. And if you haven't liked the video, you know who you are. You know who you are, and you should be ashamed of yourself. But okay, today might be my first $100 day. I will make another video if that's the case. And yeah. Anyway, once I hit 100 subscribers, by the way, I think I'm gonna do a live. Some of you might have saw I tried to do it, I tested out a live the other day. It's already deleted. Don't go looking for it. God. Some information that nobody's asked about. By the way, I pin a comment in my videos, and you guys have the gall to ignore that comment and comment whatever you damn well please. I ask you, vote on my next topic. I give you 3 options. I don't even leave it up to you, other than to choose one of the 3 options I give you. I make it really easy. You just gotta comment a number. No one did it. So I had to just make this video up because I have no direction. I can make videos up all I want, but I want to make videos that you guys want me to make. So you guys should be ashamed of yourselves for just ignoring my comment, and I'll leave that there too. So one of the options was I was going to let you guys know what my most sold item is, and no one asked, no one cares. So I thought that would be a big deal. But anyway, yesterday, even after I had a bunch of sales for the day, I had somebody order something that was like a planter, like roller thing. It was one of those completely random things I list just because I experiment. A little bit of how I list things are I'll list like 5 things early on in the day that are just, things that I think might be good. And then I'll like answer YouTube comments or in the Facebook group. By the way, we have a Facebook group. Last I checked, it's got 9 members. So it's like literally overnight. And we're talking all sorts of stuff in there, kind of. I mean, it's still pretty new, but go in there. I'll have the link in the description. I'll start asking questions, man. It's all about learning off of each other. So anyway, I list like 5 things in the morning that I just like had ideas about that are like, I wonder if this genre will work or this, type of product is good. And it's kind of experimental. And then depending on what type of views those get within the first few hours, if I'm paying that much attention for the day. If I check later and one of those or 2 of those has a lot of views compared to everything else, I will find similar items to those and list like 2 or 3 of each of those things and like to accompany that because obviously that kind of search is getting a lot of results compared to my crappy ones. And then, so I'll do like 5 more listings. So I've already hit my 10. And then I will kind of leave the last 5 until I'm getting closer to the end of my workday or the end of my, whatever I'm sitting down for the session is for the day or whatever. I don't know how you guys work. Anyway, I work from home now, so I kind of have that freedom. But at the end of the day, I will list just these random ideas that I have. That I'm like, I kind of give myself the day to marinate on from my experience of the day and just be like, I wonder if this will sell, whatever. And those end up being the things that I research the next morning. Like, how did those do overnight? And surprisingly, one of those items usually ends up being a seller for me. Maybe not overnight, but like over the course of the next couple of days, I usually end up selling one of my completely random experiment items. And like, that one of those is what's turned into my like most selling product. It's just a random ass thing I posted last second before I got off for the day. So that's kind of my thing for now. Anyway, back to my story. I had somebody order it's basically like if you have a big like plant pot and you put it on like a little like thing like the bottom of an office chair where it's got wheels. It's just a stand, and you just put a pot on it so you can wheel around heavy stuff. If you have a business or in your house even or whatever, it's so you can transport it easily because it'd be too heavy to pick up by itself. Anyway, I listed that randomly. Like I don't even know how I came across it, and I got an order from it in like 2 hours, and I was like, no way, this is crazy. And I was about to hit purchase. And I was like, you know what? The 30-minute period hasn't expired yet. They could still cancel their order. I messaged them and I'm like, hey, whoever, thanks so much for your order. I'm going to get this processed today and I will update you as soon as I have tracking info. By the way, that's pretty much what I say to every single person who buys from me. That way, it's kind of customer servicey, and they know that I am updating them even when they don't need updated. They're getting that little feedback loop of I made a purchase. Somebody's acknowledged that I made a purchase. Go ahead and do that. Anyway, their message to me back was, well, I've been trying to cancel it, but I can't figure out how. Like, sweet. And they're like, so can I still cancel it? And I message back, of course you can. Like, you should be able to cancel it through the more options or the details button or whatever. You should have 30 minutes to cancel that. Let me see if I can help you do that. Have you checked this? And then they got it canceled. It submits a request. You have to actually go in and accept that cancellation. But they canceled it from their side. We caught it in the 30-minute period. And if you have to cancel something, make sure they cancel it in the first 30 minutes. So, because from what we're told, I haven't found any proof of it, but from what everybody online tells me, that's literally the only legitness I have of it, is that if you have to cancel stuff, it's bad. It's bad. From all of we're drop shipping. We have basic understanding of how the internet and social media and stuff like that works. It only goes with reason to reason. It only goes to reason that that was dumb. It should only be believed that if you do things that are negative on the platform, like cancel items all the time and stuff like that, it makes sense that you would get some kind of like penalty for that. Whether it's less views and rankings, like if somebody searches something, Facebook's like, don't put them in the top 8. They cancel stuff all the time. We don't want that. We want our 5% fee if they're not following through on their orders. Like, the longer this goes, Facebook's going to utilize people who sell better, people who have higher ratings, and people who post regularly and sell regularly, because they're going to realize that 5% fee matters. I mean, people sell way more than me on Facebook already and have way more success. I'm just trying to get to that level. But people who are above me, I mean, I only have those 24 sales, and right now, that's $108 that I've paid Facebook in Facebook fees. So, I mean, they've made money off of me. Like, imagine the people who are having 30 sales a day, like high dollar items. I mean, they're going to find this as a whole nother revenue source. And that fee is probably only going to get bigger, because Amazon and eBay, from what I understand, their fees are like at least double that. So we've got it lucky right now. What else do I got for you? Sometimes people will message me and be like, how quick can I get this item? Pain in the ass question, because, it changes depending on where somebody lives. I've learned, you get on here and everybody's like, man, Walmart, you got to choose the 2-day shipping. That way your customer gets it in 2 days. It's like, okay, well, out of my 24 items, most of them are Walmart's. They've all been 2-day shipping products, and I've only ever gotten once somebody who was getting their product in 2 days. Usually it's like a week and a half, because it goes based off your location on the website, from what I understand. Somebody could tell me wrong, but that's my legit experience. It's not wrong. It's what I've experienced. So keep it to yourself. Don't trust the 2-day shipping. Don't trust it. Just don't rely on it. Don't promise people ships in 2 days in your descriptions, because you do not have control over that at all. If anything, pivot later when you get something and it gives you a confirmation that it will be there in 2 days. What I would recommend doing, just salesiness, is go into your messenger and be like, hey, I put this order for you. Normally it takes this long, but I was able to push it through, and you should be getting it in like this many days or on this date. So, just thought I'd let you know. I got that to you a lot quicker than I originally thought you would get it. That way people are like, whoa, this person did something extra for me. They went above and beyond for me. And not like they're going to be repeat customers, but like then if you go ask for that review at the end, they're more likely to do that for you. Which I always ask for reviews when stuff's delivered, unless it's from a person who's been like, okay, or like, thanks. Like they just have been really weird, or like they don't really communicate very well. Then I kind of don't send them one, because I'm like, man, I would hate for them just to give me like a 3-star, because they don't get the communication part. They don't get that it's like this positive, like, oh yeah, thanks. Avoid that. I just avoid that. Anyway, for people who are like, man, how long is it going to take to get this? I always I'm like, okay, well, what city do I need to send it to? And they'll send me a city, and I'm always like, how do I get an address? I just Google whatever that city is, and then I say it's Orlando. I had to check one of those today. Like, how quick can I get this in Orlando? And I'm like, all right, Orlando post office. So every town's got a post office. I always search whatever the city is, town, post office, and then I copy paste that in Google, act like I'm about to order it, and then I'll get like an updated shipping. Guess what? Never sold one after having to do that. So literally has been a waste of time. But just so you know, if you do need to do that, because you're like, oh, this person might really buy, post office trick is a really good way to do that. But back on the topic of that cancellation, wait the 30 minutes before you buy something. I've been very excited to make a purchase. Just wait the 30 minutes. And if I talked about this in my last video, I'm sorry. I'm making these videos sometimes like day after day, and I forget what I've talked to you about already. But I think that's about it. I will update you guys with some more info. Again, profit as of right now is $352. I think that's pretty sweet just starting out. And so that's 1 month worth of work so far. And I only have reason to believe. I mean, yesterday I had a $60 day. Today I've already had a $76 day, and it's not even halfway through the day. I believe today's going to be 100. I'm hoping today's 100. Really quick rant. Ooh, you guys. If you have not subscribed to my channel, but you watch my channel and you giggle at the stuff I say, or you're like, man, that was really good information, shame on you. I have your name on a list. And that list, it's like unknown viewer. And then at the bottom of that list, it's like unknown viewer 22. And it's just a list of people that I don't actually know your name. One day, we're going to catch eyes in public accidentally. We're going to like accidentally do the awkward thing where we're like, and it's going to be like 3 seconds of us staring at each other. And you're going to be like, don't I know that guy? And I'm going to be like, why is this person staring at me? And then you're just going to be like, oh, that's the YouTube guy I watched. And you're going to remember you didn't subscribe to me. And you didn't like my video. And you're going to feel, you're going to feel so bad. You're going to feel so bad. And I'm not even going to know why you're looking at me. But you are going to feel so much shame that you didn't subscribe to me or like the video. And for everybody who has, you're my boy or girl, whatever. That's weird to say. You're great, and I love you. So, shame on you if you haven't, but thanks.